was an upper-level trafficking organization for this region in Pennsylvania. In fact, multiple witnesses who testified in front of the grand jury referred to Abbatiello as the largest dealer of cocaine for Penn State University students.
More than a dozen students and at least one parent are now charged in connection to an alleged massive cocaine trafficking ring at Penn State. Pennsylvania's Attorney General says this was a coordinated, highly profitable crew involving two fraternities. The two alleged ringleaders are accused of using their frat brothers and pledges to cut and package the drug as part of the indoctrination process. NewsNation's Mills Hayes joins us live here in the studio. So, Mills, one of the alleged ringleaders just surrendered.
That's right, Nicole. Just moments ago, we learned that the ringleader of what's being called a coordinated and highly profitable cocaine trafficking operation has turned himself into police a full day after he was scheduled to be arraigned. And investigators say that former Sigma Chi fraternity member Agostino Abbatiello was one of the state college's largest cocaine dealers ever, serving Penn State students from 2023 to 2024. And authorities say that he got the cocaine from someone in New York, where he's from, as well as in Philadelphia, and had members of his fraternity pick up that cocaine. Thomas Robinson, a member of the Delta Upsilon fraternity, would buy from Abbatiello and distribute it to his fraternity. And Robinson and 5 others face felony charges for their role in the distribution, while 8 others are being charged with misdemeanor possession. State College police used confidential informants to purchase cocaine from Robinson on 6 different occasions. And once they got the drugs, Robinson and Abbatiello bought them back to the fraternity houses where it would be packaged, and they would then use Snapchat to sell the drugs to students in State College. And evidence also suggests that the men recruited new members to help them package the drug as a requirement for initiation.
The evidence showed that cocaine was primarily packaged at the fraternity houses and that packaging was done by fraternity brothers and oftentimes pledges. In fact, we found a pattern of events that showed cutting and bagging cocaine was, for some pledges, an indoctrination into the Delta Upsilon and Sigma Chi fraternities.
The university has suspended the Delta Upsilon fraternity from campus pending the investigation, and the school says that the Sigma Chi fraternity operates outside of campus purview and control. Both of those fraternities had off-campus houses, and what's interesting, too, is that the school was talking about how this was hazing incidents that they would not cooperate with, or they did not want to happen on campus, but they did not get any hazing charges. Nicole.
Interesting. All right. So, Mills, 13 of the 14 people charged here are current or former students. However, a father of one of the ringleaders was also arrested. So what can you tell us about him?
Well, Paul Robinson, that's Thomas's father. He was the only person that was not affiliated with the university in any way to be charged in this case. And the father is accused of trying to cover up his son's actions. He's being charged with felony tampering of evidence and hindering apprehension. And prosecutors claim that Robinson hid a safe full of drugs and cash to protect his son. And Thomas was ultimately arrested back in 2024. His cooperation with the investigation led law enforcement to all of the others involved, including his partner, Abbatiello. And investigators believe that they made hundreds of thousands of dollars through this operation. Nicole.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.